Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for November 24th to the end of the month. We're doing the rest of November. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. We are at the home stretch, Cancer, from a month. I'm sure we can all agree it's been a little warm and fuzzy, but also very intense and complex and confusing. A lot of secrets coming to the surface that you may have divulged, or maybe there were circumstantial situations, maybe with friends, within your workplace, your lover, like that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis from a long time ago. Now, here's the thing. If you saw my last live stream, which I'll leave at the end of this video. You know what I said, okay? You know what I said. You may have felt revved up, ready to go, right? Cancer, only to feel emotionally exhausted the past few weeks. Because here's the thing. You learn some things are just out of your hands. There are forces working beyond your control, like half the planets in our solar system retrograde, including Mercury, saying, slow down, go within, right? Which, to be honest, you can't tell the sun, you can't tell the god warrior Mars to slow down as they blaze through fiery Sagittarius. But either way, you did likely do some shadow work throughout Scorpio season. You did some spiritual work. You did some breath work. And you had some moments where there was a lot of blasts from the past. You're going to have a couple more this week, by the way, because this week is all about deja vu. And it is destiny. And it is the divine. But you are going to feel momentum finally. You're going to feel movement right off the bat. So I hope you like Mondays, because November 24th, a loaded day, a lot happening, a fated day. All right. Not only are you seeing Mercury conjunct Venus, yeah, we'll talk about it. You're still feeling from Sunday, the sun sextile Pluto. Okay. So you're feeling that's spilling over. It's strong. It's like a 1 degree. So what does that even mean? That you're still feeling that, okay? That is definitely something here with work, money, even relationships, your legacy. You've got your hyper focus on this transformation that you're going through, that you're feeling. Your life is changing. But with Mercury conjunct Venus, yeah, your mind may drift, okay, to a former lover, or they may actually pop back into your life. Remember, Mercury is still retrograde, so there could be something here with money as well, with your relationships, with intimacy, okay? There may be something here that just brings you a lot of fun and pleasure, because this is your 5th house. You know Venus is here. But anyway, you are definitely going to spend time reassessing still, maybe even renegotiate around this time. Mercury is the mind. Don't forget that, okay? So with Venus being the heart. So connect the two. That mind-heart coherence for your passions. This is your 5th house of passion and pleasure, procreation, recreation, creative projects. Because you need the two together. The mind, it means nothing without the heart. Now, I did talk about consciousness, okay? In that live stream, you could have some really deep conversations this day, all right? Or even deep thoughts, or, intense conversations. Remember, that detective energy is still here with this Scorpio energy. You may still be doing some shadow work with Pluto, the sun sextile Pluto still involved. Pluto being Scorpio's modern ruler and being in your 8th house, which is Scorpio's home. So that shadow work is going to be really great for you through this time of transformation, okay? You're going to crack the case of what needs to go as part of your death and rebirth, your transformation. And that mind-heart coherence, that is energy in motion. Ride that wave. It's constant. It's infinite, just like your destiny, which is going to have a moment. You see, you're getting a friendly visit from Mars, who's going to bend the nodes of fate. The North Node in Pisces, the South Node in Virgo. So very interesting. He's going to square them. And what's happening here? You're basically going to feel possibly your sense of freedom, your ideals. Yeah, they could be tested. Maybe even health matters. Remember, this is that axis that has to do with health, physical health, emotional health, mental health. You've got the South Node in Virgo, your third, North Node Pisces in your ninth, something here with travel, something here with education and learning, something here with launching businesses, selling things with Mercury, right? Being the ruler of Virgo. So just keep that in mind. There's Mars is at full throttle, okay? Long hair, don't care. That's Mars right now. So what does that mean? It can still, you can feel some burnout energy this day. So be flexible, be willing to adapt. It's a lot of mutable energy that you can work with. Now, the good news is that Mars bending the nodes, right? Mars happens to be in a very philosophical, very vision quest, very wisdom, adventure seeking sign. He's basically at Burning Man and he's high on life purpose. Okay. There's something destined here to open your mind. That's what's happening when Mars bends the nodes of fate. There's something here you were meant to see, something you were meant to experience, okay? And listen, Mars in Sagittarius, that is your sixth house, your daily activities. That's work and health. So across the board, there may be something here with health matters, but work as well. Remember, I talked about burnout. That's health. Yeah, burnout is health. It is in your successful work. So when I say you were meant to see or experience something here, maybe it can be challenging. It's a square. Mars happens to be very fired up, very assertive. He's very driven. He's combative. It's Mars, a Burning Man. All right. And a man bun in a square that's asking you to see the big picture. That's the Sagittarius energy. And the fact that you have the North Node in Pisces that rules the ninth house, which is Sagittarius's home. You have an overlap here of the big picture, of expanding your horizons, of your philosophies, of your belief system, of self-belief. There's something here that's going to stir within you, all right? And something here that's got to go with Mars on the South Node and Virgo. And it can be a habit. It can be self-criticism, but there's something here where it's also like, try not to overthink or overanalyze. It's that perfectionist energy, that Virgo energy, and it rules your third of the mind. So that said, the irony is pay attention to the details. Yeah. Virgo is very detail-oriented, but pay attention to the details. This day, the conversations that you have, there's something fated here. Even if they're arguments. I mean, it's Mars in a man bun. And listen, pay attention to the actions you choose to take. We have the power to choose. And remember, actions have consequences. You are on a karmic journey. Cancer, you're creating your reality. So, sure, this is a fated moment. But you've got to be awake to see those little winks from the universe. What were you meant to see? And all of that is for you to understand not only what's destined here, but to accept it too, okay? It's part of your evolution. Remember, what you seek is seeking you. Thank you, Rumi. Now, you see Jupiter square Chiron and Aries. Yeah, that's been happening all month. But this is at 24 degrees, down to the minute. It's perfected. So what does that mean? It's perfected again. So it can be Chiron's a wounded healer. Aries is Mars' sister, the goddess warrior. It could be salt to the wound. Again, there's your deja vu moment. Jupiter was at this degree, 24 degrees, mid-October. And then he went retrograde, right? About like November 11th. So what does that mean? He's going back over that 24-degree point, kicking up past wounds, asking, are you prepared to face these wounds again? So just think about around that time, Jupiter's in your sign, all right? Jupiter's in your sign. This is all about you and your identity and your role, all of that, okay? Remember, he's exalted in your sign. He brings this high degree of protection and self-belief. And in ancient astrology, it was Jupiter that was the healer. So you do have a shield this day when it comes to matters and confidence and leadership and everything that I said earlier as well. So if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for Ryan Reynolds, whoever, you do you. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces will feel Mars on the notes the most. If you have any planets 13 to 15 degrees in any of those signs, you're really going to feel it. But look at everything that's happening, okay? All the modalities are activated. Everyone's going to feel all of this. But one more thing. The moon will be in Capricorn. So that adds another layer, all right? Because the moon will actually be opposite Jupiter in your sign and will square Chiron and Eris and Aries. Also sextile Mercury and Venus conjunct in Scorpio. So we'll talk about that in the second spread, but there is something fated and sobering here, especially with relationships. Okay? One-on-one. Doesn't matter. Love, career, doesn't matter. But it does bring a little bit of groundedness. There's very little earth this week, earth energy. But anyway, because, Southern and Virgo, earth as well. Anyway, Tuesday, November 25th, you've got the moon conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, not on the whiteboard. We'll talk about it in the second spread, okay? But it will sextile Ceres in Aries. And the sun in Sagittarius, so there's so much work stuff happening here. We'll talk about it, okay? There's some bright, you go feel a little rebellious energy here. Now, in Breakthrough. Now, Wednesday, November 26th. Now, here we are. You're going to love this. Venus in Scorpio, trining Jupiter in Cancer, and Saturn in Pisces. Remember, Jupiter's already trine Saturn. There's a grand water trine. This is a little different, though, from the millions that we just had in the past, 24 hours. Stop. Y'all crack me up, Cancer. Come on. This is different because you got the two benefics. You got Venus and Jupiter. So you got this perfect, beautiful golden triangle. All right. This is actually, I think it's your fourth grand water trine that you've had. Since like late October, all the inner planets, the sun, moon, Mercury, Mars, they all auspiciously aligned with Jupiter and Saturn since late October. But now you've got Venus, okay? So she's going to continue that, right? She's going to continue this grand water trine. I love it. You're just going to see a lot more activity. I mean, you obviously being a water sign feel it the most with the other water signs, but Jupiter's in your sign. You've got Saturn and the North Node and Neptune all in Pisces in your ninth, right? As well as Scorpio energy. That's your fifth. So, this is amazing for you. This is expanding your consciousness, your belief system, how you see things in a really big way. Travel is still a big thing for you, working with people overseas. There's education. A lot of y'all teaching or going back to school. Something here with the law, with legal matters, the courts. A lot of y'all may be studying or actually involved with something here. Okay. Like you could be, I don't know, starting an LLC. You got to sign something, right? And then it's your fifth house. So I just see like a lot of y'all having kids. Congratulations, getting married. I mean, this is really special. This one with Venus, it's really more about your connections and your commitments and creative endeavors. But Venus has an edge in Scorpio. Don't forget that, okay? She's detriment. She's got fangs. She's wearing the knee-high boots. That's Venus in Scorpio. She's in your fifth, though. She's kicking off the boots. I mean, she's happy to be here, right? Because she's with Saturn, who's helping build something really long-lasting, especially when it comes to true love, romance, family, children, relationships, money. Yeah, Venus is also money, also business. There's something here. There's something entrepreneurial here with the fifth house. And then again, creative projects or maybe a big hobby that you're taking up that you love, something that you could even monetize at this point. Like you have that like aha moment. And then, Venus is with obviously Jupiter too. That's the two benefics. And Jupiter's bringing That optimism, you're going to feel it. He increases good fortune and luck in whatever you want. Jupiter's in your sign, whatever you want. But this is all about your growth, okay? With Jupiter here in your sign, personal growth. And you just actually had the Sun and Mercury in this grand water trine last week. So they've been activating these areas in your life and kind of keeping the seat warm for Venus. So you're going to find a lot of continuation for what you've been experiencing. But with Venus here, yeah, a lot more social. You'll be a lot more social, very hedonistic energy. But Venus, again, in your fifth, like y'all, I mean, the fifth house is sex. Okay, just FYI, intimacy, like romance. All right, but there is something here where you recognize it. You're gonna kind of see it here. You're gonna recognize it. Whatever you've been investing your time and energy into, there's something here that has potential to expand for the long term. And remember, they're undercurrents, right? They're undercurrents. They're moving things along now. Cross watchers, yeah. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces will feel this the most. And if you have any planets actually 24 to 26 degrees in any of those signs, you will feel those planets are going to be aspected. Like, you will feel this. All right. Now, the Thursday, November 27th, gobble, gobble. You got Saturn going direct. Okay. There you go. Yeah, you've been waiting. First of all, it's going to be a heartfelt, nostalgic Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. And what's interesting here is you're feeling that rush, that emotional rush and flow of the grand water trine that's waking Saturn up. And wow, he's direct now. He's been retrograde since July 12th, and he's going to turn to you. He's going to say, Katie, yeah, whatever you want, I got your back. So you just woke up from a really long nap, and it's Saturn, the authority, Chronos, father time, going to have his cup of tea after his really long nap, and he's going to make things happen for you now, especially in your ninth. Again, this is a big deal. It's a really big deal. Again, a lot of spiritual energy with that ninth house, but book publishing as well and broadcasting. It's great, okay? But here's the thing. At this point, on this day, we are T-minus 90 days away from the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Can you believe that? I told you time is speeding up. So that is a great reset. I'll leave that video at the end of this video if you haven't seen it, what you can expect for the next 2 years of your life with the Saturn-Neptune conjunction that's having the 0 degree point, the Aries vortex, the beginning of the beginning. Nobody on earth has ever experienced it. It's a reset. And so what have I been telling you? Out with the old, in with the new. Everything that you experienced this past summer, especially with career, you're just getting a glimpse of what's possible, what's going to happen from February moving forward next year. All right? Saturn wants you to completely change, to be a whole new person. Okay? You cannot go to him wearing Crocs anymore. Okay? That's still a thing. Remember, out with the old, in with the new. And when these planets move, you know they move. And here's the reality of what's happening here. Pun intended, Saturn being reality. Saturn makes you work hard. Remember, wax on, wax off for long-term gains. He's connecting with Jupiter and Venus, two very optimistic planets, one that's in your sign. And he's no longer retrograde. You're going to be spending all this time now feeling optimistic, adding structure to your life, maybe setting boundaries, being devoted and disciplined and determined. I mean, you're working with his rules, and you, to be honest, you may have felt a little bit lost without him when he was retrograde, because he builds bridges for you. And even though he is old and he wears those glasses from the 1300s, he's karma, he's life lessons. You want to make him happy, and you're going to make him happy because he's with Neptune, meaning he has the power to bring your dreams and your ideals to reality. This is a big deal. This is really big. And remember, you've worked with Saturn in Pisces since March 2023. He's been testing you for that long in your ninth house. What were those tests? What were the restrictions and the limitations that you felt? What were the life changes you went through? Because this is the final test. It's more like a pop-up quiz. You already went through the hard part. It's a check-in. But he is here with the North Node. And he does rule your seventh natively. Okay? Saturn does rule Capricorn. So a lot of those tests could have been with relationships, and marriage, and love. But he is going to be in your career sector very, very, very soon. All right. Now, November 28th, you've got, not on the whiteboard. We'll talk about that in the second spread. Oh, yeah. You got the moon conjuncting the North Node in Pisces. This Jung was, the collective unconscious, right? We all know that. That was his terminology. He's the one who brought this into our consciousness. But this is kind of a big deal. All right. I mean, you have another fated event happening here. There's something here that's the fact that it's happening in your ninth house during Sagittarius season. Remember, the ninth house is Sagittarius ruled. You're getting a double dose of something you're meant to see, expanding your horizons, very spiritual energy. Okay, spiritual quest, spiritual mission, personal mission, spiritual enlightenment, whatever it is, there is almost like this summoning, right? With this aspect. It's like it has its own frequency. We'll talk about it in the second spread. Now, Saturday, November 29th, you got Mercury going direct. Okay, so here's your momentum. Here's your forward motion. When you got Saturn and Mercury no longer making you like walk into walls or walk in circles, yeah, you're gonna feel this. And like I said last week, a lot of themes from October, they are going to resurface at this time. Think about October 20th and what happened around that time. That's when Mars conjuncted Mercury in Scorpio. So Mercury, sure, going to right, still in Scorpio, your fifth house. So something that had to do with joy, pleasure, family, children, everything else that I talked about, the fifth house. Yeah, you're really going to feel this day. All right. And actually, you will really feel this day. The moon will be moving into Aries. You're going to feel fired up, okay? Like a camp counselor. You've got the moon. Like there's so much happening here. There's almost like a completion that's happening around this time, right? You know, Pisces is the end of the zodiac, right? And all this Aries energy that Saturn's about to move into, Neptune's about to move into. You've got Chiron, you've got Eris, you've got Ceres, all in Aries. That Aries story is not done for you. It's just getting started. Career, public image, and reputation. If you're not here for a career, whatever you want to be recognized for, this is honors and achievements. You're getting fired up, all right? You're breaking out the glow sticks. Anyway, here's the other thing. You got Venus opposite Uranus, okay? Cancer, this is having at 29 degrees. They're being a little bit naughty. It's an opposition, 29 degrees. Remember, that's a critical degree point. It's anaretic degree. It's almost like a graduation here. Yeah? It's an end. We're here. We're here. At the time, we're shifting from all this fated North Node in Pisces, the end of the zodiac energy, moving into all this Aries energy, Saturn, Mercury going direct. Yeah. You're going to feel a shift here. So Venus is going to leave you a parting gift, and it's going to be a surprise. She's with Uranus, a planet of surprises. And remember, the Taurus-Scorpio axis, I told you a few weeks ago, it's all about finances. It's all about money here. There may be something here. All right. Friendships may be involved. It's your 11th house. So there may be something here about something about your future, like your like aspirations, but people that you connect with. It can be on a very intimate, personal level, like a lover, like, your children, family, or it can be very like groups that you belong to or your communities, things like that. There may be something here with like social media. The 11th house is the masses, but friendships, very likely. Something surprising. Remember, Venus, the planet of money, is in Scorpio, which has to do with money. There's money stuff here. There's money stuff here and love. And remember, Venus is wearing a leather jacket. But today she's wearing a leather jacket and an eye patch. Like, she's being really naughty. Just FYI, she's in your 5th house. So expect a little bit of the unpredictable relationships, money, shared resources, even your values. But here's the thing. They're going to shake things up. Remember, you can always use these aspects. These are fixed signs. So sure, there's a little bit of wiggle room, but don't resist change. You got to be the change. That's Uranus. He wants you to do something different. He wants you to be spontaneous, and you all in the name being your authentic self. Like, he likes the unboring. So do something different. Okay, do something different. There may be someone that owes you money. Anyway, be flexible. It is fixed energy. And with that said, you need a little breathing room here. Okay. Now, fixed signs will feel this most: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. If you have any planets 27 to 29 degrees, you're going to feel it. All right. Now, two more things, not on the whiteboard, that I added, forgot it. Mercury is retrograde. You got Venus trining Neptune in Pisces. I absolutely love this. So there's something really divine happening. And it softens whatever's happening with Venus opposite Uranus. She's kind of like, she's bringing in those powers of Neptune, which is compassion and imagination. And it's so visionary. It's so romantic, especially with Venus here in your 5th house. So I do love this. A way to soften anything this day. Music. Remember, Venus and Neptune both rule music. All right, little sister, big sister. Venus is the lower octave of Neptune. So, this is amazing. It's creativity too. They both rule creativity. So there could be something in terms of coming up with like creative solutions, creative problem solving, but you're going to love this. There's something really nostalgic around this time as well, but music really is going to be the key for everything. Hemisync, binaural beats, that flow state. I've talked about this. Look, chat GPT it. A Neptune, visual, right? Visualize, vision boards. Do a vision board this day. It gets those neurons going, those new neurons. But anyway, the last thing I'm going to tell you is that Mars is really active and will conjunct Juno this day as well. Juno is Libra's asteroid and Mars is in your 6th. So there could be something here with contracts. Okay? Like your seek. We're talking about that. We'll talk about the second spread, but yeah. Something with relationships, love, marriage, contracts, and you on this quest to find the truth of it all. Truth of it all, or justice in one. Okay? Let's get started, Cancer. Let's see what you can expect for the week of November 24th to the 30th. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Rest of November. Cancer. Yep. You, let me see here. You, Cancer, you are amazing. You look amazing today. I love your haircut. Oh, you put on the really, really a good lip balm, Cancer. Y'all, you are really, honestly, like Jupiter sign. Come on, that's been 12 years. I hope you've been enjoying it. I do a traditional Cultic Rat spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, Cancer, well, you know that We will. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Oh. Yeah. I hope you've been enjoying these water trines. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wait, here. Speaking of sound, you're good. You've got the Three of Pentacles. Do it. Do it. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is what's happening here. It's a very social time, like I said, but you will be connecting with others. It is just clear as day here. And this is all about teamwork. I mean, really at the core of the card, it's all about bonding, right? It's a very human thing. And you're starting something. You're building something for the long term. It seems like you may have been maybe starting a new business, joining a new business, doing something even with family, starting something with family. It feels really nice. It feels really good. You even see the pentacles, right? So something here, monetizing, making money. If not, it's just pentacles are your physical reality. It's earthbound. But look at that. You see the pentacles are in the structure of the building. But it's nice. There's this potential of long term, like I said earlier, okay? This structure that you're going to start feeling that you're building for yourself. And so there is something here where it's like you can't do this without others. And that bonding raises your oxytocin levels. It's something that will bring you joy and pleasure. This grand water trine is really nice for you. And this is a Capricorn card. Remember, the moon is in Capricorn in the beginning of the week. And so it's nice. It's nice. Okay. It is, remember, all about partnerships and relationships too. Building upon something here with a relationship. Either way, there's others involved. However you want to use it. It's all about growth and your personal growth. And look at what's happening. The King of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. He is the richest king. Yeah. And you're good. Remember, you've got a lot of just abundance and wealth and protection. And the King of Pentacles, he is a big provider. He's a big protector. And you're Cancers. That's what y'all do anyway. So there is a sense of service to others and helping others, the people within your world, right? The people that are close to you, people that you're bonding with, taking care of them. But having this ownership of your wealth, that confidence. And there is a sense of feeling free and just being integrated in everything that you've worked hard for. This and feeling that wealth. I love this. You got those two pentacles back to back. And he's a huge leader. So really channel that energy, that leadership. Like I said, like so much cardinal energy, to be honest, that's happening with everything that's happening in Aries, with Jupiter in your sign, with the fact that we have, who am I missing? Who am I missing? That's it. Oh, Libra. Yeah, there we go. Remember, Ceres in Aries is active, and Libra's planetoid. Anyway, this is really great. It looks like there is going to be finances. It's going to be a big part of your life this week. And then don't forget, Pluto in Aquarius is still active. And then you do have Pluto and the moon conjuncting in Aquarius. You'll have the moon in Aquarius for a few days. That rules your 8th house, which investments, inheritance, royalties, joint bank accounts, loans, taxes, all that. You're owning it. Now, you have the 5 of Swords in your challenge area. So 2 things here. A, it does feel like there is someone who maybe a little, they want what you have. Secondly, you may feel that you're coming out of something where you were really defensive. It's one of those moments with all these retrogrades where you could have a moment at this point this week where you're like, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But you get to redo. That's the point of retrogrades, okay? Making up with others. So it doesn't even feel that much of a challenge to me. It just feels like there's something like, remember, keep an eye out on the actions that you take, the words that you say, all of that. But it does feel like there is something here where it's you're coming out of that could have been a little stormy. Let's just say that. All right. Especially up here, your mindset. And again, it's all part of your transformation. You have the Page of Swords, and that really kind of just nails that, or like really confirms that with the Page of Swords in your crown. You're ready. You're ready to move forward with this new way of thinking, new perspective. It's just like out with the old, in with the new here. Okay. There's this enthusiasm. You've moved into this new place in your life. You will this week. You're seeing things in a whole new way. Everything is expanding. I love it because you also have the Three of Wands. So you're getting all these cards that are saying new, new, new. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to learn about myself. I want to go discover. I want to import, export. I want to sell things. I want to, whatever you want to do. You've got the Three of Wands. I call it the green light card. And remember, you're in Sagittarius season, which is all about expanding your horizons. And you see that this guy is it's all sky here. I mean, we do say the sky's the limit. And there's that optimism. There's that, yes, I feel free. I can go. I do what I want. So there is something here that is helping you prepare for this new. All right. And then, wow, you just go get it, don't you? That Knight of Wands, who's Sagittarius. So remember, Sagittarius does rule your daily life, your everyday activities, your routines, your lifestyle. Health matters, self-improvement, and work is a big thing. And it's going to be a really big thing when we get to next year. But yep, you're good. All the nights active, right? Just like Mars and Sagittarius, just let's do it. You got the Sun in Sagittarius, bringing that optimism and joy and vitality. Yeah, you're ready. He's on a mission, and he is adventure seeking, all in the name of transforming his life. So I love this. I love this. It's just the fact that you've got the King of Pentacles just kind of anchoring all this new energy here. And then in your future, just whoosh, things are going to move for you. Like I said, when Mercury and Saturn go direct, things are going to move. You're going to feel that, okay? Your feet are not going to be touching the ground like this horse here. You're going to love it. Now, let's get to your stuff. Virgo, Cancer, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what is going on. Y'all got a lot of things that are changing. You have a lot of things that are changing. Oh, yeah. Well, we got a full moon, too, in Gemini that's coming up that you're going to... Okay, well, we'll talk about it next week. Y'all are amazing. Let's, yeah. I'm joking. You're good. You know you are. There's no doubt about it. You got the Two of Pentacles here. Yeah. Listen, it's all about that balance. What's that beeping? Okay, I see. It's all about that balance. Okay, there's a lot of imbalance in the Two of Pentacles. And with the Two of Pentacles, there is a sense of like, there's something new here, really balancing something. And that could be, leading to that, juggling act, right? With the Two of Pentacles here, it could be job, work, career, money, or the Pentacles. But again, your daily activities. So it's more of a matter of like prioritizing. And when I say prioritizing, again, out with the old, in with the new. What do you need to put more emphasis on? What's more important to you moving forward? So keep that in mind, that there may be something here that it's a good idea to take that time out to figure out how you want to move forward circumstantially. Now, you could definitely have a couple offers that you're thinking about or options. You have strength, external factors, amazing. You got someone on your side. You got someone on your side that loves you, that brings you that strength, that keeps you going, keeps you motivated. This is really special. And if you feel like it's you that's seeking that strength, remember what I said. It's that balance, but also that mind-heart coherence. Really, really doing that work within and being connected to you and your intuition and your spirit, all of that. Remember, I always say, we don't have souls. Our souls have bodies. So, connecting. 7 of Cups. Yeah. You've gone through some fog. You've gone through some fog. All right? A lot of it is what I said earlier with Saturn retrograde in your 9th. That could have been like, which direction do I go, or what do I want, or what's going on here? You're coming out of it. That's what you want. Have it. Come out of it. All right. Neptune actually goes direct very soon too. So it really is a matter of, a lot of this has to do with love. It has to do with relationships, how you feel about relationships. It has to do with what you desire. I mean, 7 pretty much is desire, but it is the 7 of Cups attributed to Venus and Scorpio, which is happening right now until the end of the month when Venus moves into Sagittarius. So, yeah, you see what's happening here. Okay, so you gotta, and all that potential's there in all this new, move into the new. All right, you have the Hermit in your final outcome. It's all about that introspection. I'm not even, you're going to be fine. That's some serious, that's like soul searching. And it's really taking that time out, like making time for you to have that moment thinking about your future. And if you are a cross watcher, you know that card has come out a lot this week. All right. Very interesting. The Hermit attributed to Virgo, the week that we do have, Mars squaring the North Node in Virgo. We haven't seen a lot of Virgo activity recently since the eclipse that happened in Virgo in 29 degrees back in September, late September. So very interesting. The Hermit does come up when you have Mars squaring the nodes. But, yeah. And remember, Sagittarius, it's all about wisdom. It's all about seeking wisdom. Saturn direct, North Node in Pisces, that's in your 9th house, all about that wisdom. And so really nice here with the Hermit and your final outcome. Take that time out for yourself, okay? He is the Hermit for a reason, the wizard, the wise man, right? The one that lives in the hermit in the cave, the one that people would trek for days to get that sage wisdom and advice from the Hermit. He had it. It's all within you. That light, didn't even need that lantern. It's all within you. So as you think about your future, there's something to be said about staying in the present and being aware, the way that his stuff is firmly planted in the ground here. Okay? So he doesn't get lost. All right? You're going to be good. All those answers, you've already got it. You got the keys. Cancer, you're good. Next week, we do December and second spread. We are going to go. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening with the planetoids, asteroids, lunations. It's all this. It's a second half of your forecast. That's just planets we're talking about. Anyway, Cancer. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I will see you next week. Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.